Hi, Luke here again from Technicamps, and in this video I'm going to be running through the tasks for the first recorded session. So task 1.1, open idle, then start a new file, save your file as helloworld.py, and then write and run the traditional hello world program, so print hello world. So let's go into our Python shell. I'm going to go file, new file. I'm going to type out print, open parentheses, open quotation marks, hello world, close quotation marks, close parentheses. I can press file, save as. I'm going to save this as hello world. Okay, and it's going to save it as a .py file. And then I'm going to go run module, and we should see that it prints hello world to the shell. Okay, so that's task 1.1 finished. Let's read task 1.2. Start a new file, then type out and run the following program. Print, my name is X and I am N years old. Replace X for your name and N for your age. Did it work first time? And then a quick hint of does your name need quotation marks? What about your age? So let's give that a go. So let's start a new file, new file. Okay, I'm going to type out print. We're going to print my name is, in quotation marks. My name is, in quotation marks. And then we're going to replace this X with something. And then the next part is, and I am N years old. And I am N, years old. Okay, so let's just check that's the same. My name is, X, and I am, N, years old. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to replace X with, well, my name is Luke, and we're going to replace N with my age. I'm 25 years old. I'm going to go File, Save As. Okay, I'm going to call this, does it tell me what to call this file? It doesn't, so I'm going to call this hello my name. Okay, so I've saved the file, now I'm going to run it. Oh, and I've got an error. Print, my name is Luke and I am 25 years old. Name error, name Luke is not defined. Okay, so it doesn't like the fact that I've called Luke here, and that's because it's looking for a variable called Luke rather than printing out that string. So if I put it in quotation marks and then save it and run the program, so file, save, run module. Oh, and now it's happy. My name is Luke and I'm 25 years old. But interestingly, I didn't need to put the 25 in brackets. And that's because Python's quite happy printing the integer 25. However, I could go back into my code and I could put the 25 in brackets. And let's see what happens. So file, save, run module. And it prints the same thing. Okay. And if I was going to do it all in quotation marks, all as a string, I could just do it as one big long string to print out. Okay, and I could remove all of the extra commas in place and all the extra quotation marks, and just print this. Okay, and if I go to run module, it prints the same thing. My name is Luke and I am 25 years old. Okay, so that's task 1.2 complete. Let's have a look at task 1.3. Write a program that prints the following: hello, and then world. Store this program in a different file, maybe hello world2.py. Okay, so file, new file. So we need to print hello, and then I also need to print world, but on a separate line. So I can do this by having a second print statement below my first. And then if I file, save as, hello world 2, save that program and run it. We should see that it prints hello and then world on a separate line. However, I can do this all in one line in Python by using something that you're going to learn about in future sessions, which is a \n, and that formats our print statement so that it creates a new line. So if I save this one now, file, save, run module, it still prints out over 2 lines. Oh, it's done an interesting thing with a space, so let's delete that space. File, save, run module, and you can see that now it prints hello world in exactly the same way as doing 2 different print statements would have. Okay, so that was task 1.3. And then we move on to the next page. Task 1.4. Attempt to execute the following Python program. It contains various errors. Your goal is to understand the errors and the error messages, fix the errors, and get the program to execute. It is natural to encounter many of these errors as you program, so it is useful to be able to spot them and fix them quickly. Okay, so we've got print the answer. I'm going to see if I can just copy and paste this one over, because that'll save me writing it out myself. So let's have a new file, new file. Copy. Yep, cool. So this is the copy and pasted line from the task sheet. So let's file, save as. Let's call this Hello World 3, and let's see if we can run it. Okay, so run module. Oh, missing parentheses in a call to print. Did you mean, and it's given me a suggestion, open parentheses, the answer to the ultimate question is 43, close parentheses. So let's try and do that. Let's remove these angular brackets and use parentheses instead. Okay, so let's say file, save, and let's try and run the program and run the module and see if, oh, invalid syntax. Okay, so we've got a syntax error, and let's see what it's not happy with. Oh, it's not happy with this answer bit. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but we needed to keep the information inside our print statement. If we wanted to print out a series of characters, we needed to make sure it was a string. So let's open a quotation mark there, and let's have a quotation mark at the end as well. Okay, let's save this program and try and run it. Oh, invalid syntax still. Okay, what's our problem? 43, it's not happy with that. Well, let's look at the number of quotation marks we've got. So this opens our string. This first one here opens our string. And if we move through, this quotation mark closes our string. But then we've got another quotation mark here, which doesn't really make sense. So let's get rid of that quotation mark. Okay, and let's go File, Save, Run Module. Invalid syntax. Oh, it's not happy with this 43. Now, maybe you guys remember that in the printing part of the lecture notes, we actually had commas separating our additional values, right, that we were adding in. So let's put a comma in there. Let's save our program. File, save, run module. Oh, and it's printed out this time. The answer to the ultimate question is 43. Now, if you've read much Douglas Adams, you'll know that actually we have another problem. The answer should be 42. So let's file, save, run module. Okay, there we go. The answer to the ultimate question is 42. Okay, so that was kind of task 1.4, having a look at some of the errors and fixing them. Okay, and then we've got challenge task 1.5. Get Python to print the result of the expression 42 times 67, all divided by 89 minus 4. You do not do any of the calculation yourself. Get Python to do it for you. Check it prints the correct answer. Okay, so we need to write out some a new Python file. So let's go here. Let's go File, New File. Okay, so I need to do 42 times 67. Okay, 42. And if you guys remember, the times symbol in Python is the asterisk times 67. Okay, and I want to divide that by 89, divided by 89 minus 4. Okay, now, because I haven't put parentheses in here, this isn't actually going to do the calculation that way I want it to. It's probably going to do 42 times 67, it's going to divide that by 89, and then it's going to take away 4. And I don't really want it to do that. I want it to do 42 times 67, and then I want to divide that all by 89 minus 4. So I need to put some brackets in. And finally, I actually want to print this to the shell, so I'm going to have a little print statement around it. Okay, and then I'm going to go File, Save, I'm going to save this as maths task. Okay, I'll press save. And then run module. And the answer is 33.10588. Okay, so try and check that yourself. Make sure that's the correct answer. And follow the link, and that should hopefully give you a little bit more information. Okay, and then we get to the final task, challenge task 1.6. Get Python to print the result of the expression 5 to the power of 4 or square rooted. Do not do any of the calculation yourself. Get Python to do it for you. Also, do not use the multiplication operator. Check it prints the correct answer. Okay, so let's go File, New File. Okay, so hopefully you guys remember that to get something to be raised to a power, to do exponentiation in Python, you do a double star sign. So 5 double star 4 is going to do 5 to the power of 4. Okay. But then we need to square root the whole thing. So I'm gonna go math dot square root of 5 to the power of 4. Now the problem is I haven't actually got the square root function from the math library yet, so I'm going to go import math. Okay. And then finally I actually want to print this whole thing, so I'm going to print math.square root. This, let's go File, Save. We're going to call this maths task 2. Run module. And the answer we get is 25.0. And if you think that if you're going to multiply 5 by itself 4 times and then square root it, hopefully you come to the agreement that the answer should be 25. Okay, so those are the first tasks for challenge tasks 1.1 to 1.6. I hope they've been useful. And again, have a little go through the tasks, have a little read of the extra web pages that are provided in the task booklet, and I'll see you in the next video.